All right, Open's here. So hope you're not freaking out too much. Just remember, first of all, this is just another workout. As I tell all my clients, this is not, yes, this is what we train for all year long. This is what we build up for all year long, but let's keep it in perspective and remember this is just a workout and this is just a part of our lives and a part of who we are, but it's not completely who we are as our identity. I speak for me and myself. I can't speak for everybody here, but like for myself, my identity lies in Christ and in Christ alone. And so therefore this workout or whatever we're doing outside in the gym does not wholly define me. So figure out what that is for you. And remember that when you're doing these workouts, remember that ultimately, he tells us to do anything that we can to represent him. So we're doing this workout for him. So yes, we're working as hard as we possibly can. And we're trying to give out our full, complete effort, because if we don't do that, we're doing him a disservice. So, one of my favorite quotes, which this guy's not at all a Christian, but Steve Prefontaine says, to give anything less than the best is to sacrifice the gift. You've been given a gift, whether that's just the ability to work out or whether it's the ability to perform at a very high level. Either way, that's the gift that God has given you. So to give anything less than the best in that gift is going to be sacrificing that and do a disservice to him. So yes, we're going to give all we have, but if we don't perform where we think we should, or we don't perform as well as we hoped, then that's not going to bring us down. It's not going to break us, because our hope lies somewhere else. So just remember that when you're doing the workouts. As far as mindset goes, kind of just leading from that, you're going to give you're going to give full effort, and that's all that we can ask for. You're going to, starting from in the morning when you wake up, you're going to eat a breakfast that's prepared for that afternoon workout or that morning workout, whenever you're doing it. You're going to eat a lunch, prepare for that workout. You're going to drink fluids throughout the day, preparing for that workout. You're going to keep a calm mind throughout the day, preparing for that workout. So yes, everything you're doing is revolved around that, while at the same time, you're not going to sit there leaderboarding all day long. If you have a coach, if I'm your personal coach, then talk to me about that, but I'm going to do the leaderboarding for you. I don't have a skin in the game as far as myself doing a workout, so I don't have to worry about avoiding the leaderboard for that sake. So this year I'm 100% fully coached, so I'm going to be watching the leaderboard for my athletes. I'm going to be dictating, whether or not they need to redo the workout. When they do redo the workout, what do we need to shoot for? What's our strategies, things like that. What are we going to shoot for? So let the coach, whoever that is, handle that side of the stress of it. You optimize your day to where you can just go in, perform the workout, full effort, and go from there. As far as in the middle of the workout, don't think about what's going on around you. Let the crowd motivate you if you're doing a Friday Night Lights, but don't think about what's going on around you. Think about executing that perfect rep. This was probably my biggest breakthrough when it comes to even a simple movement such as wall balls, which has never been a super strong movement for me, but when I slow down and just stay focused on the task and focus on perfectly executed wall ball, I was able to go a little bit deeper into that pain cave with that movement and with other movements too. So focus on executing perfect movement. Think about, one word cues, things like that, if you're doing snatches, drive from the hips, drive, whatever, instead of, come on, you can do it, keep going, you can keep pushing. All right, you're not that tired. Like I said in that blog post the other day, that's still creating doubt in your mind. So try to focus on the task at hand and only the task at hand. So nutrition, obviously, we don't want to change a whole lot. You should have that pretty planned out by now. You should have exactly what you're going to eat, when you're going to eat it, timed out perfectly. Just because it's open doesn't mean you all of a sudden start eating just chicken and broccoli. You're not going to have the fuel to perform well in the open workout if you do that. So keep eating as usual. Hopefully you've planned out and strategized how you do it on, preferably on Friday afternoons with a test workout, but if not, at least training around or eating around your training. So you should know how that's going to play out. Warm-ups, keep it pretty much the same. If you haven't been doing a good detailed long warm-up like I like to prescribe, then don't start doing that today. It's going to feel weird. I would suggest doing a little bit longer workout than normal if you're not a big warm-up person, because it's proven physiologically that's going to set you up for performance. So I would suggest that, but don't go like extravagant in it and feel completely exhausted by the time you get to it, because you're not used to that kind of warm-up. If you are used to my kind of warm-up, or if you're an individual client of mine, I'm going to give you a specific warm-up to do. and do that, and then hit the workout with full force. Make sure you get a cool down. This is one of the biggest missing pieces from that happens with Friday Night Lights and everything. You know, you get finished with your heat, and then you go right into cheering for the next heat. Well, take the time to go do a proper cool down, and whether that's on the bike, easy spin, walking around for 5 to 10 minutes, doing some stretching, whatever that is. Make sure you start that cool down and recovery process immediately after the workout. Don't let that, you know, if you go and start screaming for somebody, you forget your shake, you forget to properly cool down, your cortisol is going to still be jacked up, and that recovery process is going to be a lot slower throughout the evening. And that night, you know, try to get some good sleep and get some good recovery meals, nutrition in from that. What else? Cool downs, warm-ups, nutrition. So as far as the strategy, the pacing of the workout, again, I'm doing a webinar tonight. If you haven't seen that already, I'm doing a webinar tonight at 8:30. If you missed that, it's fine. I'm going to do a recording and send it all out to you. Please watch that first before you ask me any questions, especially if you're an individual client. Watch that first. Figure out what I had to say. Judge it against what your initial thoughts with the workout was and everything. Figure out your pacing strategy and all that kind of stuff, and then send that to me if you have questions about it, and we'll go from there as far as what we need to do to attack the workout. If you're a group client of mine, then watch that video, figure out what you need to do. If you happen to see me in person, then you can ask me about it. But if not, just look at those pacing strategies that I give in that webinar and try to come up with something that fits you properly, because I'm going to give a couple of different scenarios in that. So go off that. That's pretty much it. Lastly, like I always try to emphasize, have fun with it. Again, it's just working out. Fortunately, this is something that we love and we enjoy. Whether it's going into the pain of it that we love, or whether it's just working out or feeling the sweat or whatever it is, something we love. So we come here every day and do this because we love it, not because we have to, not because we're getting paid a bunch of big bucks for it. I don't know anybody that I'm talking to that is in that situation. So remember to just have fun with it. This is what you've trained for all year. You've done all the preparation you can. If you didn't have a great training year, know that going into it. You didn't have a great training year, so that's okay. It's just where you are right now. So don't expect to perform optimally if you haven't had a great training year. Maybe you've come off some injuries. Take that in perspective. You know, I may do some of these workouts, but I'm coming off an injury. I'm not expecting to do anything special with them. So be realistic about it. Again, be realistic. Give absolutely every last ounce of energy into these workouts, and have fun with it. Let me know if you have any questions, and enjoy the process.